were sharing passionate glances, weren't you?
No, we weren't.
First the bread kneading, and now this.
It's been a very confusing couple of days.
Yes.
I actually wonder how that appears, because they're on separate cameras, like what their sensual looks look like.
You want to see it
Does
again?
it look like they're just staring with his face?
True. Hadn't considered that.
You would never know.
Oh.
And I also know that
Well, now
depending on
someone's
which
going
way,
to Photoshop it. So that
depending on which side of the table I'm looking at, I either look like I'm looking at all of you or I'm looking away from all of you.
Oh. Are they the dark side? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
mean-
For sure.
Let's just look at the shirts. Use the shirts as a barometer of how.
See if you can guess
Yeah,
which
I
side is
wonder.
evil.
It's actually us.
Yeah, amazing.
We're wolves. in
Surprise.
sheep's clothing.
What's a sheep? More five pounds. What are you doing?
Well, welcome back to Full Party, everybody. I regretfully inform you that nobody is wearing pants.
Oh, and I have regrets.
No, I can't say that. I'm not wearing pants,
Oh, wow.
but everyone else can just handle it. So I've been telling you guys about achievements.
Mm-hmm.
We had an achievement earned last session,
Yes.
special achievement, which means that I suppose I should throw down another achievement for you. There's actually two that I'm going to tell you. The first one is believe in me.
Oh.
What do you think that means? What do you think that achievement is for?
I think when you're a bard and you like motivate people with your song.
Oh, can I have a musical instrument? Yeah, no, you're a bard.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got the bard, rogue, fighter, monk. We got the tropes on
All
down.
covered. I love that.
exactly.
Good there.
Yeah, I'm going to go with something along the same lines. Something to the effect of, the play within the play, as it were. The play's the thing.
Okay.
I'm done talking now.
The other one that I'm going to tell you about is anime character development.
That's going to be when someone over a bowl of rice just like cries really big tears out the side of their head like this.
That's
We've
what you
all
think?
already done this.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we didn't unlock it?
No.
I've clearly never watched any anime before in my life, so I'm sorry.
No? No other guesses
No.
other than crying over rice? All right. Well, I'm glad that I went to a lot of effort to name all these things.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll make sense when it happens. We'll be like, oh,
Yep.
I get it.
Anime character development. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Mistrich believes that anime character development is definitely inflict or receive an injury and gain an intimacy towards that person.
Ooh.
So it's an interesting idea.
Which there is, if I'm not mistaken, a martial arts style that allows you to do so because
Yes.
it plays with intimacies and inflicting wounds on people.
It's
Very cool.
a very cool martial arts style, and none of you have it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, really,
I'm a basic.
only two of you have the martial arts merit, although one of you has it for no reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
You had too
Does
many
she-
dogs.
I thought it would give me an air of mystery if I had martial art, and I just didn't do it.
You just do this sometimes?
Just confuse the other person
Yeah.
into.
I mean, speaking of confusing, that's really kind of like how our game can be for someone who didn't tune in last session.
True.
Nice segue.
So, I know.
Every
I'm very good at that.
Every time. And yet
Not
we
nearly
always
as good as
interrupt
chronicling,
it.
though, as what you can find in the Journal of Five Paths.
From the Journal of Five Paths. Nyx watches impassively as Five Paths steps towards the entombed corpse, but his conversation gives her some pause. Five Paths is shouting, denouncing the unseen spirit for calling him unclean. I hope you stay in your jade prison forever, he shouts. Probably not like that. Meanwhile, Pellio asks Zio if he was a deceiver. And she tells him that she believes in his truth. The apogee of acting, don't you know? Nyx uses her preternatural larceny to get into the birthplace of City's secret room. It's a raised bed with candles and a book of anatomy. River Jade loves muscles. Oh, no, I wrote likes, sorry. River Jade likes muscles. As Nyx proudly leads River Jade to a sweet new forge, Pellio leads 5 Pats in kneading exercises, moist baked bread tasting, and the discovery of knowledge. Speaking of feelings of attraction, Nyx would love if River Jade would made her a garrote of moonsilver. And speaking of moonsilver, Sight of Light needs to leave, since the experiment isn't going so well. She used to watch River Jade at the forge make... They kiss. And speaking of old flames, they have a visitor. Jaya has found 5 Pats. Bringing him up to her horse to bring down supplies, she asks him why he left her behind. I had to. That's what Still Light said just before I killed him. And as her forehead's cast mark begins to bleed, she attacks, while down below, the skeleton begins to rise. 5 Pats slaps a scrap of bloody cloth on her forehead, sending her off screaming. But how? It doesn't make any sort of sense. Nyx seals them all below ground and digs a trap. Zio leads 5 Pats to the secret room to meditate, leaving the others to ponder the attack. That's it. Thus
He
concludes
got
the
all
journal
that
of
from
5
a
Pats.
nearly unintelligible journal.
It's truly incredible. I'm gonna send another photo out with these. They're really great. But Eric went and try to decipher it again. It's really great.
You know what we should do one day? Is we should actually just have a contest where you write stuff on a piece of paper, as you do when you're journaling during game, and then whoever can most accurately say what you wrote wins a prize.
Or whoever can come up with the most entertaining alternative to what you would have written.
Yeah, that's good.
That's also good.
2 prizes, really.
2 prizes.
I would love that.
2 prize, 2 furious.
It's my favorite movie. It's not.
Are we ready? Oh, wait, first, did you buy anything?
Oh,
Any experience?
Yes.
I did. Oh, sorry. Anyone else?
I bought Thunderclap Brush Attack!
Wait a second, but that's a brawl charm. How do you have that?
It's compatible with other attacks.
Oh boy.
Not just Brawl.
What does it do? For
Well,
me, for my benefit.
it allows you to attack at any time regardless of your place in the initiative order, which is pretty goddamn sweet. And it allows you to zoom forward 1 range band. So
Oh my
if
god,
you're
that is the coolest thing I've ever
if you're
heard.
Yeah.
short range, you can whoop to close.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it
Pretty
really is.
fabulous charm. Now
I-
you're gonna buy it in 2 weeks, right?
I am. It's so wonderful that I've already purchased it. No, I haven't.
Whoa!
No, I didn't make any purchases, and I just parenthetically would like to apologize to the viewers for having done a bit of a disappearing act halfway through the session last week. I apologize for the awkwardness of that movement. That movement. I had a bit of an emergency at home, so but it's turned out to be a bit of a red herring, so no worries. But apologies, and now we can continue.
There was a red herring at your home.
There was a red herring inside my house.
Damn it.
Yeah,
That is an emergency.
So tasty.
And it was wonderful. A bit of cumin and some bread.
Oh yeah. Bread and cumin.
Bread's
The
on
hell
his
kind of
mind.
fish are you making? Oh yeah.
I had bread all week this week, like with every meal. Just saying.
Did it taste like knowledge or apologies or,
Or
whatever?
5 Pats.
Or
No, it didn't. I wish it did. I bought Awareness 5.
Wow, that's good.
Well done. Very good call.
Gotta get all them join battle rolls, just
Yeah,
squeeze them out.
especially since I'm the worst at those.
That extra die is definitely going to help for sure.
Jeez.
And I bought Resistance 4 as well as Spiderfoot Style, which is an athletics charm.
So we'll have 2 spiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what does that allow you to do?
Cool stuff that I'll reveal and get. No. Cling to horizontal or upside down vertical surfaces. No, vertical or
want
horizontal
that.
surfaces.
Does it have any prereqs?
Yeah, like 3 athletic
Damn
charms.
It's
None of which
basically
you want.
it's the parkour charm.
It really, actually, yeah, it's true.
Elizabeth, how many dots of investigation do you have on your sheet?
5.
And how many dots of intelligence?
3.
That's a pool of 8.
Yes.
I imagine that you also have some investigation charms to go along with it.
Yes.
That's the trouble of hosting a mystery. Sometimes you have a character who is supernaturally excellent at solving them. And yet, at the same time, there are mysteries to be had. There always will be. One of the unspoken contracts that we have between storyteller and player is that I don't reveal all my cards, and in exchange, they don't try to peek at them too often. Mysteries will abound. That's kind of a given for any kind of role-playing game. But the question is that sometimes the mysteries don't come from me. They come from the players instead. The players sometimes throw something so strange, either at me or at themselves, that it creates mysteries all on their own. Keep an eye on each other. Keep an eye on me, and don't forget that sometimes what the right hand is doing isn't as important as what the left hand is sneaking underneath. Well, you find this funny, Jess? Do you want to
Thinking
share
about
with the rest of the
bread
class?
No.
No, you don't want to share with the rest of the class?
No.
No?
I'm not laughing.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Real Brickball says there's a joke about sneaking a hand underneath. So I imagine that coupled with your giggling, that's where we're at.
I'm very mature.
But we're actually going to start in the kitchen.
The kitchen.
What have I missed?
I'm not there.
No, I know.
Okay. Oh, you're just... Okay.
No, I'm musing aloud to myself in a moment of reflection and contemplation. What have I missed? Of myself, of the world? John, make me stop talking, please.
Going in the kitchen with
This is the whole game today. I really think that...
John.
Just running lines, remembering lines, disparate lines from different performances I've had. John was the actor I was playing against opposite for a time. A wonderful performer, a man of flair and verve. Oh hey John. The bread has been on the counter, the main loaf, the principal loaf, as I call it. And I believe that it's probably cooled to a point where it's still got a little bit of moisture on the inside, but has retained some of the texture and the crunch in the crust.
One might say the ideal time to serve bread.
Yes, one would say that, and so would Pellio. And so he does to himself. The ideal time to serve bread! Come and get it!
Do you want to remind everybody of where you are currently at this point in
We're
time?
at that entrance.
Yeah, I've just sealed us in
Yeah.
with the panel.
Hello?
Five Paths has gone into the meditation room with Zio.
I'm gonna
Not
start.
hearing any response, I grab the principal loaf and I walk down the hallway and try to find them, loaf in hand.
I think you'd end up seeing...
You'd see all of us
Yeah.
clustered around the entrance.
That includes Sight of Light.
Where have you all been?
Oh.
I've been preparing breakfast, and there's not much
Oh,
left
bread?
of it. Yes, it's bread. There's none of the jam left, unfortunately. What's happened?
Jaya came back and attacked 5 pads. So
Very funny, Nix. What happened?
Something weird went on up above, and she attacked 5 pads. So
Oh my god. Where is he now?
he's meditating.
Is he all right?
probably not.
Am I already?
I don't think so. But
You-
we're sealed in.
And
And there's a trap laid outside.
but she's still up there.
She left. She was screaming and fled. So
She was riding east.
Are you acting right now? Doing a bit of acting for me?
no.
Why is this so hard to believe?
Oh, it's just a bit. Jaya.
True.
Jaya.
Yeah.
Right.
She's very powerful. It sounded like.
Right.
Her horse can move unnaturally quickly.
And that skeleton kind of came to life in the library
Oh.
and tried to kill us at one point.
We need to destroy the bones, right? Make sure it doesn't
Yeah.
happen again.
Yeah, I think so.
Feel like smashing some bones?
No, but I will.
We could throw it into the forge, maybe. Is that how that works?
That's a solar's
I'll smash them. Shit. I'll just smash them.
But it's whack-a-mole.
So none of you thought to go and find me and have me help? Am I that useless?
By the time I got River Jade and Sight of Light, Jaya had already fled. She took out the worst of her rage on 5 paths. None of us even got a chance to engage with her.
I didn't even know it was happening until.
What's all this about a skeleton? How did I miss this?
There's a skeleton in the crypt, and I locked it in, and now it's just bones again.
Now, for the record, just to remind you, you spent only 2 or 3 rounds in combat with her, which basically is about 15 seconds. So,
But in that time, she managed to get me really off balance and to a place where she could have struck a pretty.
she crashed
decisive-
you and potentially could have tried to kill you.
Yikes.
There's bread, and
I would like bread.
I would.
Did you make the bread?
I did, yeah.
Did you make it with 5 paths?
He. had a
Different
hand to
question,
play.
same wording. Did you make it with 5 paths?
The answer is yes. In fact, 5 paths. Were it not for 5 paths, this loaf would not be anywhere near as tasty as it is.
Smells really good.
It's bread from Port Calin, actually.
Are they known for? their
Nix, are they
bread?
known for bread?
The clock tower is.
So
Did you get their recipe?
I may have procured a recipe from the clock tower in Port Calin, yes. And I may have gone out of my way to bake some bread for breakfast this morning. Not, of course, knowing that you would all be late coming to breakfast. That's all right. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset about it at all. I'm just going to leave the bread here, actually. And
It was like what, 10 seconds, essentially. There was nothing. We didn't have to.
have some bread. And he just sort of leaves the bread on the ground, on its tray, and sort of
She'll go. pick it up.
he just stands there and looks at River Jade.
Bread?
You first.
Is that a light?
He really wants you to eat the bread.
Okay. Not used to people watching me while I eat.
Don't worry, I'll eat the bread too. I'm really good.
She just kind of like turns away. She's
my
kind of
God.
weirded out
Super
by these
weird.
two just staring at her.
So strange.
That's horrible. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
Roll limit. Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
what devilry is this?
This is. My God.
Oh, stop. You don't mean it.
This was a 7 success bread.
It was, yeah.
She takes another bite. This is the best fucking bread I've ever had.
Whoa!
Literally?
Sorry. Literally.
It's fucking bread?
Yes, it's fucking bread.
Wait.
It's what I think you mean by fucking bread is it's bread which elicits passion because it was made with passion.
What did you do with the bread?
Did you fuck the bread?
What did you do with the bread?
I wouldn't say that I fucked the bread in a literal sense, but there was I figuratively deposited passion
Nope.
through my fingers
no.
Just in the bread.
into the bread.
Could I have your piece then?
Go for it. Go.
It's really good.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Thank you.
Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for tasting.
I'm glad you didn't use too much salt.
Thank you for noticing that. Yes. Yes, the Port Calin recipe called
What?
for quite a
The
bit of
stuff
salt.
on
in it.
top of it. Is this it's like
You added a glaze?
There is a light
some nuts?
there is a light glaze of oats and a sprinkling of
I couldn't remember what it was.
I couldn't resist.
Oats or nuts?
oats and a sprinkling of ground rice. Yes,
Interesting.
yes, yes. And rose petals, mixed with olive oil and left to marinate in a small tincture for 35 minutes.
This bread's getting weirder by the second.
And a certain amount of cheese on the inside, which you may have detected.
Maybe I will have some bread after all.
I don't think I've had food this good ever. This is really good. Thank you.
5 paths.
That's me.
Zio lays a sheet over the bed with the hole cut in it at the head and just indicates it.
Thank you. This does feel like a place where I'll be able to center myself, recover some of my calm. Thank you, Zia.
Allow me? She places her hands first on your forehead and then trails down to your mouth, to your chest, and then she presses in a few different spots on your chest. And for a moment, it almost feels like everything flows just a bit smoother. But then she pulls her hand away. Your chakras, they're not blocked, they are
Diseased. What?
you know.
I don't know anything. I'm a student.
Are you all right?
No. I'm shaken to my core.
You were all right, or you will be.
Really? You do not know how this power comes to you, do you, Zia?
I did not see time the way I once did.
These strange devices we keep putting into your chest, They have incredible powers.
Yet only a few. I can accommodate only a few.
Theo, do you think there would be a way to have you accommodate more?
In time. In time I will grow, much as you will grow. Only I will grow literally. She starts to drive her elbow just right into your pectoral muscles.
Ow.
And then
Ow. Ow.
and she shakes her head. I cannot clear this. Was it something you were born with?
No. Would you understand if I was to tell you that I am ashamed of this?
You do not wish for me to tell anyone.
That's right. Theo, there are many things that I would like to learn, to uncover about creation, about this matter and this energy around us that flows through us, that allows us to accomplish great things. But I will never be truly great until I have become clean once more.
What is great?
To be great is to be able to have an impact on creation that is long-lasting and meaningful.
Then Pellio is great.
Yes. He is. As are Nyx and River Jade. And I believe yourself.
I have done nothing.
I cannot peer into time the way that you might be able to, but I have a feeling you will accomplish something.
It is my greatest hope. But I am not clean or dirty. I am me. Can you say the same?
No, I cannot. Of course I am me, but
Then how best to cleanse you?
I have many ideas. I had hoped that perhaps we would encounter someone along our journey who had more knowledge of these procedures. It would seem that we will not, at least not yet. I believe the best way to accomplish this task would be for you to assist me in removing all of the life that flows through me so that it can be cleansed by the unconquered sun and then put back.
I will require a very sharp knife.
I can find one, but do you think that this is... You have no command of the...
I do not know if you would survive, if that's what you're asking.
And yet you have seen a possible future, no?
4 pages.
Exactly.
Whether they were pages you have written or pages you will write, I do not know.
Yeah.
You are surrounded by pages, are you not?
I'm surrounded by?
In the library.
Yeah.
So many of those pages.
There are things that I would like to uncover about those who lived here, those who did their work here. I have a feeling there may be a key. Theo, the corpse in the other room spoke to me.
Unlikely for a corpse.
Well, the spirit of the corpse.
That is a different thing.
Yes, but I meant... A metaphor is referring... Never mind.
I understand metaphor.
Oh, good. That's good then. I tend to use them. I sensed that it did not, that it also knew about my deficiency, my state.
Do you consider it a deficiency?
Do you not?
Why?
The natural state of a river is to flow cleanly.
The natural state of a metal is buried within ore.
I am not made of stone or of metal.
And yet essence flows through me, just as you. Nyx.
Yes.
Nyx, there's an interesting taste and texture to this bread. Something that reminds you of home, even though I know that the clock tower wasn't one of your usual homes. But as all of you are sort of standing around in there, it reminds you of Port Calin.
Sorry, John, do you have the stream running in the background, possibly? Thank you. I just hear it.
This is good.
Do we return to the do we return to the caravan?
Sorry, I thought Nyx had just said something, but I didn't actually hear it. Sorry, Nyx, could you just
Guess
repeat
you
that?
should fix your ears then. I don't want to walk off with the bread.
Is that what you said? I should fix my ears? Right. Did anyone else hear what she said?
Yes.
Great. Thanks for letting me know.
It's not customary to chew cabbage twice.
It's not customary. No, I mean, I think you're supposed to chew cabbage 30 times before you swallow, or something like that. So no, it's not customary to chew it just twice. What do you mean, sight of light?
I think she doesn't want to make it obvious that she likes the bread.
Oh, is that what she was saying? Oh, Nyx, you could have said that. That's fine.
She's already a little ways away.
Nyx!
Do we return to the caravan?
Yes, let's return to the caravan. Well, sorry, what is the caravan? Oh, upstairs, you mean?
The people.
The people of Port Calin, we can take some of the bread to them.
If we go back to the people, we can bring them back to Port Calin. But if we don't, we won't lead Jaya there.
Nyx turns around and comes back. We should let them go on alone.
Yeah.
She's going to track us no matter what. If we stay here, she'll find us. If we leave, she'll find us.
Yeah, they know the way, don't they? Quite resourceful. They've survived a lot, those people. Very
We're
brave.
still relatively close to Nexus.
That's the direction she was headed.
Could maybe find her before she finds us.
We
So-
can try. I'm going to go tell Minute. Does anyone have any messages for any of the other townspeople?
You should bring someone with you.
Okay.
I would offer,
That's great.
but I'm not. Because I think that it's probably best for me to avoid the caravan at this point. However, if you could relay...
You should take 5 paths with you.
Well, Jaya's
not
hunting
going.
5 paths, so where 5 paths goes, so goes Jaya.
I want to try to make that garrote for you.
River Jade needs to stay behind. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is more important than me getting this weapon of death.
Otherwise, I would go.
I know.
How long is it going to take?
Like 10 minutes.
Fine, let's go. I'll take some of the bread. Come on.
The caravan couldn't have
Look,
gotten
can
very
I-
far,
can I have
and you have
something?
horses that are rested.
Yes. Let me just take a chunk for a few friends in the caravan.
Yeah, no, of course.
Let's go.
Thank you. She's just nibbling on it.
Delicious, I have no doubt.
I'm gonna open the door.
Sort of a sky dome type
So
effect.
you see her do this. You now also know how to do it.
Wow. Knock really loudly when you get back.
I know how to open it from that way too. I think. Wait, there are
No.
2 panels, right?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
it seals from the inside.
Yeah, I'll text you.
Interesting. You'll slide a letter.
We just have to check Nyx's Instagram stories every once in a while.
Chilling outside our secret base.
Got a knife.
Pellio's just holding the head of an enemy. Just. So you
So I-
are headed off towards the caravan.
Yeah.
I've closed the door.
Okay. We need to have a conversation.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Is there a place that we can have a conversation where it won't trouble 5 Paths or Zio?
We can go back into the forge.
Okay. So you're headed back into the forge. Zio has let you continue to meditate at this point. She's no longer kind of interfering with you, unless you want her to.
No, Five Paths heard his own suggestion and thought it was even for his decidedly excellent.
She does,
work,
however,
he can't do
open
it.
some of the pots and applies 1 or 2 of the ointments to your forehead, just around where your cast mark would be if it were showing. She does this almost automatically.
What are you doing?
Something that I've done, or that I'll learn.
I can't tell, Zio, if this place is an operating theater or a hospital.
I think it's more than that. What you would call a hospital or an operating theater, it is this for the soul.
I suppose I had my own favorite corners of the Nail of Truth where I would go to be alone with my thoughts.
Is the Nail of Truth a wondrous place?
It is, Zio.
Beautiful.
In a
Will you
way.
take me?
I don't believe we can return.
Why not?
Well, there is much danger there. It is
Will you not destroy the danger?
I can barely defend myself.
Did you not already?
Oh, Jaya? She is not the only danger there that would await us. Theo, I wish I was the kind of person who could walk into a city, shoulders back, head held high, and claim it for myself, for reason, for knowledge.
Now that you've made a wish, you can make it come true.
I think on that for a moment and try to see if I can. Actually, I want to, I'm currently lying on the slab in this
Yep.
room. I want to see if maybe finding myself in a seated position in the exact center has a different feeling or pull on me.
I mean, there's definitely a feeling of calm in this place, of relaxation, purification. Although you do not feel particularly purified,
No,
but that's just between you and me. No one else must know.
no one else can know. There's no one else here to know. So I think what I would like to do to see if I can learn anything from the writings of those who lived here before. Perhaps who they were, perhaps what they did.
Except that it's Nexus. Nexus is your destination.
Yes.
These will be here when they get back. Would you prefer that I guard them for you?
I think it seems dangerous to leave this place without defense. But I would like you to accompany us. Although I suppose you would draw quite a bit of attention. I've never been to Nexus.
Perhaps I should find clothing.
Yes. That's a good idea. Is the anatomy book still in this room?
Yeah.
River Jade? Or whoever
You
has
took
it?
it
I
with you,
gave
did
it to you.
Oh,
so
great.
it's up to
Oh,
you.
so I have it. John, I'm gonna again sit back.
What's that? That's an arm.
Yeah. I'm rifling through. What I'm looking for is any sort of defining characteristics of the writing to see what kind of hand wrote these words. It's obviously very detailed. I'd also like to use sagacious reading of intent to make a read intentions roll against the author of this book. Looking for any intimacies
Cool.
towards...
Two extra
yeah.
dice. Go ahead and prepare that roll.
Rock
In the
on.
meantime, we're just going to shift over. Now that another experiment started, we need to define some things.
Okay.
Life's dangerous. And
Yeah.
while it's, of course, clear and known to everybody that I could kill you at any moment, others may try. And others might try for me as well. I want you to know that I trust you to make the right decisions.
I trust you too.
If we get into a position where you have to choose between my life and someone else's, I trust you to make that decision too.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know exactly what it is, this pull that I have, and I've decided to find out. And that's an interesting experiment. But my experiment isn't more important than creation. It's not more important than whatever task you have here. I'm just saying that one experiment isn't more important than your goals.
She's fidgeting.
Did you enjoy kissing me?
Yeah. A lot.
Okay. So, if we have that as a start, we just have to know that once I made a decision, and it meant that I lost you, but we found each other again. That's the nature of time and cycles. So you don't have to worry if you lose me. You'll find me again. Did you need to learn how to use moon silver? I'm going very quickly.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
You need to make wire.
Yeah, that I can do.
But it isn't just wire you need to make. There will be a part of you inside this wire from now until it is formed again. If you truly believe that it is time for you to create something of value, is that what you wish?
Yeah.
There will be a part of you that will be a weapon. And it will not be under your control to decide whether it takes lives or not.
I know.
Are you comfortable with that?
I'm a blacksmith by trade. That's all I've known. And while I personally don't want to take people's lives, I will admit that I've been part of that process in the past, whether it was helping my father and my mom with the weapons that were sent to soldiers who would stop by the forge, whether it was fighting in combat with Nyx and Pellio.
You care about these people.
Of course.
You are giving them the tools to defend themselves.
Yeah.
She reaches out, and there's a moment where her hand hesitates just before it touches yours, and then she pulls it back. It's time to work the moon silver.
Okay. She wants to just reach out and place her hand on side of legs.
I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
If we manage to make the basis for her weapon,
Yeah.
maybe I might kiss you again.
Her face just goes really red. Okay. That's a challenge I will accept.
Now, folks, it's time for a very abbreviated craft rant redux.
Yes. Go.
Crafting in this game is a marvelous tool. It's very intricate, it's very involved, it's very deep, and it's a way to make sure that a game doesn't go absolutely fucking bonkers by people just creating all the best stuff at all the best times. We have been working with the charms that allow crafting, and we've been giving Jess some silver XP as each session goes on so that she could eventually build her way up to creating an artifact. I've run out of patience. Here's what we're going to rule.
Nice.
She has invested the time into learning the charms in order to have the time for the projects that she needs to create artifacts. She's invested the time into creating the specific experience that she would need. And at this point, I kind of tire of making her jump through all the hoops. You will create your first artifact today. But part of that is because you have Sight of Light's help.
Yes.
You don't,
I
in fact,
assume
have all
that
of
is
the stats that you would require for it. So
I don't have a superior project.
Okay,
slot.
fuck the projects at this point. So what you are going to do is you're going to create this artifact. However, in the interest of expediency for the game,
Yeah.
we're going to have to discuss exactly what the evocations and bonuses of this artifact are between sessions.
Yep.
But you will have finished it
Cool.
because a garrote itself is not a terribly difficult thing to build. And yes, I know that I am advancing things. This is not going to be River Jade's most grandiose creation of all time,
Sorry, Liz.
right?
It's pretty cool.
It's going to be pretty cool. It is not going to be your nonpareil. It's not going to be your masterwork, which means that, yes, she can build it in a relatively abbreviated period of time. assisted by Sight of Light and assisted by the hearthstone that is currently sitting just underneath the forge. Is everybody comfortable with this?
Very much so.
Cool.
Jess is happy. I'm happy.
Liz, a garrote, I believe the rules are in here.
Yep.
You will find them, and then we will apply the artifact template to them. Actually, in the meantime, I'm not going to have you find it because I know exactly where it is.
I think I know too.
Okay,
'cause I
well
was
then
just
find
there.
it. But if anybody in the chat has any strenuous objections to this, may I say that I respect the way that you wish to run your own games. I respect the fact that you might wish to dive very deep into these charms and to create a crafting experience unique to your game. And to that I will say that that is your right. It is my right to tell it to go fuck itself.
Damn. Sorry.
I like this craft rant more than the last one.
Hashtag crap rant
It
redux.
got better.
The base stats are actually the same as the Kekutse.
Yeah, because it's a light
just
weapon.
different tags. So
Yeah. So take note of the different tags.
Perfect.
But then, specifically, it is a light weapon.
Yeah.
So you need to, in the core over there,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find the stats for an artifact light weapon. And I'm going to ask Jess to look for those because we're going to go to you two now.
I'm going to use this one because it's not falling apart.
So Nyx hops on her horse and starts going.
Pellio follows along dutifully.
Mind the trap.
Ooh, that looks tasty.
First, I'm going to ask both of you to roll your perception awareness. Obviously, it would be nice to know if you have any immediate enemies in the area.
Six.
4.
All right, so there is no one here. The horse that you saw galloping away so quickly is now nowhere in sight, but as near as you can tell, there's no one waiting in the trees to jump down at you. There's no dragon-blooded hiding over the next hill, no strange exalted with bleeding cast marks anywhere nearby.
How long do you need with young Minute?
Just a minute.
She does not say this.
She thinks it though.
She thinks it maybe for a second. Not long. The conversation will go in circles.
Do you think he fancies a slice of bread?
I do, yeah.
Right, here you go.
Thank you, Pellio. The bread was good.
I heard you the first time.
I know.
It's an artifact.
I'm
of
still
light.
me.
He sure is.
You seem a little more chipper today.
I'm feeling more like myself.
Which yourself is that?
The real one. And then he gallops ahead a little further. Or tries to,
She
because
gallops
he can't
after
ride.
him easily.
Yeah.
The real one. Is the real one excited to go back to Nexus?
I think all of them were excited to go back to Nexus. I think the only persona of mine that hasn't been excited to go to Nexus was Borthwick the cook. But no, they all want to go to Nexus, and so do I.
What will you do once you're there? Obviously, we're going to see what's in this bank,
Obviously we are.
and perhaps we can topple all of House Sinus with what we find,
Oh, dear.
but I don't think that's the reason why you want to go to Nexus.
Is it not? And what, pray tell, is the reason you think I want to go to Nexus?
I think you miss the way you feel when you're living in Nexus. I think in Nexus you're known, respected.
Well,
Maybe you even have friends. And this mentor, Morden,
Did I tell you about Morden?
You did.
He's a friend. I wouldn't say that I have many friends, though. Lots of acquaintances, lots of familiar faces, but very few actual friends.
Yes, people who know you, but you don't know many.
Well, people who think they know me. How many people actually know you, I wonder? Does Minute know you?
He knows who I used to be.
Do you plan on telling him who you are?
No. It wouldn't do any good. He'd want to come with us. He can't. He just can't.
Caravan is approaching, or you're approaching it, I should say.
So you see, you can criticize me for keeping secrets from people, but...
When have I ever done that?
Well, there seems...
I'm the last person on Earth who would criticize you for keeping secrets. I will wear myself to death trying to figure out what they are, but that's because that's who I am.
Yes, you seem to have a taste for investigation.
I'm very good at reading people.
Yes. So am I.
Jaco is bringing up the rear of this caravan.
Speaking of.
Oh, sorry.
Jorkin! Jorkin!
He just keeps right on going.
Jorkin, where's Mona? I brought you a gift. I think
Heroes from.
might have forgotten his name.
Was that bad?
It wasn't bad at all. In fact, it was so good I forgot his name. But they were saying my name most of the time.
Oh.
But
Were they?
I wanted to. We never actually determined that, but I did actually want to impart a gift as a means of thanking.
I will let you thank them in private. I'm going to go talk to Minute. I'll meet you back here in 7 minutes.
Let's make it 6.
All right. Sounds good to me.
So contrary. Love it.
Minute has now recovered enough that he is walking instead of riding in the cart. Oh, you're back. Good. I was beginning to wonder.
I can't stay.
Scouting ahead?
I can't stay with you all. I'm not going back to Port Calin.
What?
There's someone who's tracking us, and they're dangerous. You all are much safer without us.
There's strength in numbers. You remain with us.
Not from them. This is a fight only we can take.
What?
Do you remember Lady Rain?
Yeah.
What she did, and she was just one person.
Yeah. But now we're aware of the threat.
No. It doesn't work that way, Minute.
So you're saying that I'm useless? That I can't even protect my own sister?
You've never had to protect me. You know that.
You never gave me the chance.
No. No, I grew up determined that you never would have to.
So you have to go off and face this impossible enemy that I could never understand.
And you have to protect the town.
Uncle will take care of the town.
Someone needs to watch over Uncle, and I don't mean protect him. I mean keep him in line. He doesn't have their best interests at heart, and I kind of gesture out.
That's not me.
It is you now. You did protect me, Minute. You took the blame for what I did.
I can't do that from Port Calin without you there. I can't protect you.
Protect them.
How many allies do you have that you're willing to just throw this one away?
I have enough. This isn't about them being better than you or more capable.
But
my
it's an
path-
enemy that they can fight and I can't.
My path lies with them. It is not in Port Calin, it never was. You know how long I talked about leaving. Finally, one day, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, there's always a choice. Look, I don't understand you anymore.
I know.
And that makes it very hard for me to argue with you.
I know.
Are you ever coming back?
I can't promise you that.
Okay.
Maybe.
He reaches behind his neck and he unclasps his necklace.
No, you keep it.
If you might never see me again, you're at least going to take part of me with you.
Aww.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna take the dagger that River Jade gave me. Mine's a little more practical. I hope you never have to use it.
Might carve an apple or two.
It's so much better than that. Why would you do that?
Could also carve some beets out.
Is it better that a tool sees use? Maybe one day life will be better when we're only using daggers for apples.
I think you're a better leader than you give yourself credit for, Minute.
I need you to roll me your charisma. That's not a presence.
Okay. Did I get something?
You're going to get 2 dice for your trouble, so.
Oh, thank you.
Difficulty here is 2. This is an instill action.
6 successes.
Okay. Do you have a particular intimacy that you want to instill in him right now?
I am the hero Port Calin needs.
Nyx is or he is?
He is.
Okay.
This is it. He's
Nyx is
writing
like,
it down.
"Oh, no, it's me."
Yeah, it's me. You're welcome.
If I don't see you again, I'd understand. And I hope that I don't have to learn about your death.
How would you even know it was me?
I guess I have that to look forward to. You ever come home, there'll be a bed waiting for you.
It's not my home. And it never was. But I know what you mean.
Might not be your home, but it's mine.
Protect it. Protect yourself.
I'm gonna miss you again.
I'm gonna miss you too.
Heroes are the ones who have to keep going even though they don't want to, right?
That's what they say.
Then you better get going. And I'd better get going too.
Bye, Minute.
Goodbye, Nyx. I mean, this is really good bread. This is really good bread.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a man of many gifts.
You are. You are.
But I must say, and I mean this with not a shred of sarcasm, I mean this with sincerity. I was deeply moved and satisfied, physically, emotionally, psychologically, by the arboreal intercourse we enjoyed with your beloved wife.
I didn't fuck a tree.
No, but the fucking happened in the presence of many trees. I don't recall you having fucked a tree. I'm not, and I don't intend to suggest that.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, it was a bit of a romp. Did anyone fuck a tree? I don't really recall.
Please, no.
I want you to roll me one die.
My God.
What have I been reduced to?
Oh! I hope this means you did.
10. Oh God. I don't even want to know the answer.
What do you want the answer to be?
Yes, I need the answer to be yes.
Well, there was that well-placed knot. And
Yes.
you know, there is only a couple of ways that you can have somebody inside a tree while you are also enjoying them.
Yeah.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot today.
so yes, there is a tree somewhere that knows the touch, the
Yes.
feel, the taste of Pellio.
And that tree has a spirit in it.
It's your face.
The crazy part is it probably does.
And that tree has a spirit, Jorkin.
I can honestly say that I didn't come up with any achievement for tree fucking.
Real brick wall, I am so sorry for what you are going to have to describe.
Yeah,
Google Doc.
truly.
No, I'm not.
Can't wait for the diary.
You gonna stay with us? Is there a chance we might?
We would need to consummate those relations in the next 3.5 minutes.
That did take a weird turn, real brick wall.
It
did.
So
No.
I think it might be one and done, my good friend. Until the next time, perhaps, with perhaps a bit of bread to enjoy.
They did fuck the bread.
And perhaps a garrote.
Whoa.
Yeah, what?
Well, we can play with... We can play. We can play. You seem the adventurous sort.
You're not taking my garrote for sex.
Choking's one of my no zones.
New intimacy that suddenly just sprouted.
Yes.
Does not like
Yo,
when
intense
weapons
to
are.
Define.
You see Nick starting to head
Define
back.
it.
Please tell Mona that I had a wonderful time. And please share some of the bread with her as a memory of the time we shared.
I don't think her name
Of course.
Definitely not.
Are you okay, Jorkin?
Jaco.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, sorry. Jaco. Oh, God. How embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry, Jaco. I struggle with names.
Just go.
I've given myself so many names that I've tended to forget others.
Just.
I just... Goodbye, Jaco. And I chase up to Nyx.
His touch is like fire. His dough is like sweetness. His name was Pellio.
It wasn't actually. It was crying for them, but
Wait, what?
Ryan. Lying liar.
yeah, I recall that I called myself crying. And
Wow.
I do
Yeah.
also recall that.
God.
so I'm not Pellio to them.
Shit.
Spirit of betrayal.
Anyway,
seems
Nyx
to
is
be-
returning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
You go ahead and do what you.
Sorry, John.
Fun. Farewell.
How was he?
Not happy. He didn't understand.
Did he eat the bread?
She gave him bread. I forgot to give him bread. She gave him bread. With the dagger.
He didn't eat it.
He didn't eat it?
Not in front of me, no. He was kind of saying goodbye to his sister. He wasn't really thinking about like, oh, poppy seeds.
I don't understand.
I don't know. He will.
I just, to the extent that I can with 0 dots in ride, I just look at her as I ride, and I'm kind of like glance over to the path that I'm riding on, but I'm reading intentions,
Okay.
and I want to know about what her intimacies are to her brother Minute.
Interestingly enough, your pool is limited by your ride. So therefore, you can roll your perception alone. You can still spend motes to increase your pool, but you
Before
do
you
have to
roll, I'm
focus
just gonna
on riding the
turn.
horse.
I'm gonna raise
My guiles.
Wow.
Just
The first time that I've seen an ability as a, well, not the first time, but like as a full-on penalty.
Debuff, yeah. And can I actually use a moat? Because if it's working off my ride, I don't have any.
It's
Okay.
working. You're not rolling ride.
No, I know.
Just ride is limiting your pool. You can still use your awareness charms and your socialized charms.
Okay.
So
So you can add the moat, but you can't use socialize dots.
Yep.
All right. I'm adding a moat.
Cool.
you guys see your pool?
That is my pool.
Oh,
You're spending 2 to increase your.
Giles 5.
Okay.
5
money, big money, big
successes.
1, 2, and 2. No,
Now,
wasn't a botch, but
as you try to get a bead on her, your horse is making it somewhat difficult because your horse seems to have this habit of just like making its presence known by like shaking you or stepping on the wrong thing or veering into Nyx's horse.
okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Fuck. Nothing. I wonder about you sometimes.
What do you want to know?
What you actually care about, and more precisely, who you actually care about.
Why? So you can use it against me?
Do you think I would?
Yes. Because I would.
And you think we're the same?
I think we have similarities, but no, we are not the same. Not at all. No.
What if I was to tell you that I have deep respect for your abilities and admiration for your character traits, and have been quite impressed with you, and hope that we will continue our collaboration in the future? If I was to say that, would you take that to mean that I cared for you at all?
I would wonder if you were drunk.
I'm not,
Oh,
other than having
but you're not
eaten
saying
my
it.
bread.
This is a hypothetical. I would wonder if you were drunk. But I think you're smart. I think you don't like people to think that you're smart. Because that gives you an edge. It gives you an advantage. But I think you're smart. So I think you understand that I bring value.
So you think I'm working you? You think I'm trying to play you?
No, I think you like living.
Is that such a bad thing?
No,
I'm a survivor. I've survived a lot.
exactly, so am I.
I know, and I respect that. I respect that in myself, and I respect it in you.
I want quiet. Stare directly at the person opposite you at the table right now. Scott, think of Pellio. Describe one keyword about him.
Gregarious.
Amir, one about 5 paths.
Integrity.
Amir to Jess, Scott to Liz. Liz, Jess, same people as before.
Oh, I see.
Scott, a word about Nyx.
Practical.
Amir, a word about River Jade.
Open.
River Jade, a word about Nyx.
Secret.
Nyx, a word about River Jade.
Loving.
Loving, secretive, open, and what was your most recent?
Practical.
Practical. Loving, open, secretive, practical. River Jade, those are the 4 keywords that you're going to put into this garage? That's a question, not a statement.
Loving, open,
Practical.
Practical.
Secretive.
yeah.
Okay. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Because there are ways of taking these words and twisting them in ways that I know. There are ways of taking these words and meaning exactly what they're supposed to mean. When we come back, I will reveal the artifact constructed alongside not its evocations, but its bonus. But we're going to take a break first. 6 minutes, because it's never 5. We'll be right back.
Woo.
The wire is almost impossibly thin. It does not catch light the way that you would expect it to, except for the two places which are meant to be held so that it doesn't slice directly into her own hands. Very small bits of metal designed for her to be able to hook underneath her fingertips so that she can use it, and so that she can also spool it onto itself when needed. Working with the metal is difficult, but not impossible, because it's slippery. It keeps wanting to be a different shape than the one you want to force it into. But you have to be stern with it. You have to show it that it has a new form, a form that you've decided. I'm going to ask you to roll your charisma crafts.
Ooh. Also, is it possible to get 2 specialties? Or would it just be
It's
one?
one specialty. What specialties would you?
So I have artifacts for
Yeah.
lore, and I have
Then those would
weapon
both apply.
forging.
So you would get 2 extra dice for that.
Aha.
And you get 2 extra dice for your stunt, and then whatever you wish to, however many motes you want to spend into this, or whatever crafts you want to sink into it. I would figure that out. While you're doing so, we're going to go back to 5 paths.
Who was, I believe, about to make a linguistics read intentions roll on this book to
That's
see
right.
if there's any intimacies towards, actually, you don't have to call it. It's intimacies that are revealed by the writing. 6 successes.
6 successes.
Yeah.
Here are the intimacies central to the writing.
Ooh.
The body is a temple. I will uncover the secrets of essence.
Okay.
Passion is a central pathway to knowledge.
Five Paths, almost drops the book, and then he's like, "No, it's a book. Don't do it." He essentially drops it and catches it again himself.
Whoa!
He's very reverently going to sort of close it and return it, and look to Zio, who I hope is still there.
Zio has taken some of the sheets that were laid on top of the bed at one point and has wrapped it around herself in sort of a makeshift toga.
I'm not sure what the fashion sense is in Nexus. We may find you some other clothing.
You do have money.
Some of us do.
Perhaps someone would be generous.
I wouldn't doubt it. See, it's the strangest thing. When I open this tome, I've never seen this before. Of course, I know some of the secrets of the human form, how we are made, how essence flows through us. But it feels so familiar to me. It's as if I wrote it. But this is more than 4 pages.
Do you think that the sum total of the pages you will write are in this room?
No.
In this birthplace?
I hope not. I hope to one day achieve what the person who lived here did. It would seem that the extent of the knowledge collected here is massive.
Do you not believe that you can move faster, knowing that they have propelled you?
We had a saying in the Nail of Truth. To stand alone, you are strong like a tree, but to stand on the shoulders of giants, you can see further. I'm butchering it. I think it was shorter than that.
Am I not a giant? Not yet. Or was I?
Sio, how will you become a city?
It is what I am.
Right. Do you remember anything of those who were here before?
My sense of temporal.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I do not have access. River Jade, how many successes?
So I spent first 4 motes,
Yeah.
and then I also spent 6 to use flawless handiwork to reroll 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't unfortunately reroll additional 10s. I rolled 8 successes. Hopefully that's enough.
You are now in possession of an artifact garrote. One that was made with the assistance of Sight of Light, who helps by injecting her own kind of magics in with it as you create it and as you forge it. The room smells now of the tang of moon silver. It has a very specific kind of aroma to it as it works. It is mixed in with your sweat, with your blood, just as moving through all of it, but also hers. She had to work as you know, as hard as you did just to make it worth the way that they want to. Now, you are going to have to give it a name,
Yes, I've got one.
but I will tell you what it does. For anybody who has been successfully grappled and choked with this garrote, as long as any amount of decisive damage or poison has been delivered through it,
Poison and yeah.
the wielder will be instantly aware of what her victim's greatest love is. Be that a person, a place, a thing, or a concept. No amount of guile can protect you from this.
You're Pellio.
Where's my scarf?
And you said they have to have been poisoned first, or is it any
No,
decisive?
it's either doing damage, decisive damage with it, or successfully delivering poison.
Perfect.
The garrote is strong enough that it can be used to parry lethal attacks. And finally, it is so resilient and so tough, but also so free of disease
Sorry, 5 paths.
that it can be coated in poison and swallowed without hurting that who is attuned to it.
Got any weapons? Nope.
In game terms, what this means is that you'd have to spend a round regurgitating it in order to get access to it again.
You're in for it soon. Like a cat hacking up a fireball.
Just gross enough to be mixed. Just gross enough.
Oh my god.
So, Real Brickwall is asking, will personas or other intimacy self-changing magic still function? Yes, those will still function. Because it can't determine, because they genuinely have those loves, those wishes, those wants. It just means that you can't straight up hide them. If that works for you, there will be evocations to go along with it, but you can give it a name.
Can I wait until Nyx gets back
Of course.
to announce that name?
Of course.
Wonderful. Then I will wait.
You, by the way, are aware of what it does. You know that this is its ability.
I'm guessing Side of Light would as well.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to make one modification to it. If you also are entered into a successful grapple, even if you haven't applied damage or poison, that will be enough.
For the first part?
For the first part, yes.
Because I had anyone who has been successfully grappled or choked, so long as they have been poisoned or dealt decisive
So
damage.
now I'm removing the requirement that they have been, if they are grappled,
Okay.
or if they have been dealt poison or decisive damage by it.
So it's a or situation.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
So technically, you could come up to somebody with it, wrap it around their neck, not hurt them, but yet know.
Gotcha.
However, they'll know that it's happening. If you just do that, like if you have a charm that lets you make an attack to deliver poison and then they may not realize it, it would work then.
Cool.
However, if you just walked up to somebody and were like, they would feel pressure and they would know. That charm can only be used in context of combat to deliver damage, not just to give somebody a hug.
Right.
If that charm existed.
Death hug?
If that charm
Right.
existed.
Which it doesn't.
Of course it
certainly
does not.
Quiet, Red.
What? Shut up. Exactly. Thank you. This is very exciting. I've never done this before.
Yes, you have.
Right. Okay.
But it's always great when it's new.
And there's still enough for
There's
a
more.
later use.
There's more. But the weapon is you. I'd like to think that sometimes it's because you open your heart that now others will be seen. But maybe I'm reading too much into it.
Reading into what?
Do you need to test it?
Yeah, I guess so. Should find 5 paths. Maybe. No, he's had enough.
He's had
Gone
a
through enough today.
very
Maybe
bad
maybe 5 paths would agree to this.
Yeah, maybe.
You could ask.
Okay.
You have to spend 5 motes to attune yourself to the artifact.
Okay.
By
Has
the way,
it been an hour, by the way? Oh, sorry.
no, not really.
you fast.
It will be, but
I'll be. I think I was glowing a little bit at the end
yeah, that's fine.
of the last
So now it's getting
session,
better.
So thank God we're
Five Paths,
all
River Jade
right.
approaches you. She's sweating from the forge, and she's got kind of a glow on.
Hey, Five Paths, how are you feeling?
For what it's worth, Sight of Light is standing slightly behind her, and you can see that she's standing with her hands behind her back, but you could swear that you could. No, she couldn't have wings. That wouldn't make sense.
I definitely do a double take past River Jade. I'm looking at her, but okay, strange.
So, I made something.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is what you've wanted, no?
Yeah. Well, I didn't just make it. Sight of Light helped me make this. You did. You totally did.
Read intentions, River Jade. Intimacies towards Sight of Light. Guile. 2.
But you can do it. It's 2.
It's not gonna happen.
2 extra dice.
Thank God.
2 successes!
That means you get 1.
Okay.
Can I reveal?
You can pick it.
I'm
If I didn't
gonna
roll that
reveal
10, it would have been a
new one.
botch.
Oh, a new one.
A new one. Hold on. I have my intimacy sheet.
You're just an open book over there, aren't you?
I am.
Damn, that's cute.
So, it's a minor,
Okay.
but it's romantic interest.
Five Path's eyebrows would go up if they could.
If he had eyebrows. But he does
That
not.
has been unhidden on your sheet now.
Thank you.
Right.
Enjoy, pal.
I like information. Well, what is it that you've made? Something for yourself?
No, it's for Nyx.
Oh,
It's a weapon.
right.
It's this weapon.
Do I see anything? Like, is it?
You can tell that there's something between them because you're actively looking for it.
Right.
It isn't invisible.
Oh. I am happy for you, but I'm not, frankly, very happy about this. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm happy for you and about your creation, but it seems. Perhaps if it is wielded for good.
That's what I'm hoping.
What can I do for you?
I was sort of hoping you would let me test it. But if you don't want to, that's okay. I won't actually hurt you, of course. I just want to see if it works.
What do you mean, if it works? What are you going to do to me?
I'm just going to calmly wrap it around your neck. But without applying any pressure.
It would technically work if you wrapped it around any part of his body.
Or just, your wrist.
Sight of Light,
Yeah?
is River Jade trying to kill me?
No.
If anyone here is going to kill you, it's going to be me.
Don't give her the weapon.
I don't need it.
Oh, I see.
I could kill you in an instant.
Thought we were going to be research companions.
We are.
Oh.
Yeah. So, all good here.
Well, I need to know what it does.
So, yes. I'll tell you first, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
It will allow me to know what your greatest love is.
Do it. Do it.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. She just
And this is where you walk in. Or rather, you try. You're now outside, and
yeah, it's close.
Clang, clang, clang.
Clang, 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 clang.
Oh no, she's back. No, okay.
I'll get it.
Okay. So. Oh, okay. So what it does.
Right. Success. Off we go.
It's nice talking to you, Pellio.
Yeah, likewise. You're okay.
Yeah, you too.
So you are wrapping it around
Yep.
his arm?
Yeah. Just around his wrist.
slide down the rope.
Why do you keep making that sound?
What do you, what,
Nothing.
how I like to imagine I move.
Yes.
I'm scuttling like a spider.
No, I understand.
I feel a great affinity to spiders.
I know. If you want to remain stealthy, I wonder why you would actually make that sound.
I don't do it when I'm actually trying to be stealthy,
No.
just when I'm trying to be funny.
No, and it's very amusing.
I have a
appreciate-
very
Are they now in front of
big
us?
sense of humor.
They're now in the hallway.
You have a very refined sense of humor. I agree.
What are you Is that my garage?
Yes.
I'm going to point one thing out. There is a charm, know the soul's price. This does not duplicate that charm. You learn what they love most, but not necessarily what they would do for that love or whatnot. And there's also some things like if you know that somebody loves, some guy named Pellio, but you don't know who Pellio is,
Don't really do very much for you, yeah.
doesn't help you. But it also, I should point out, just because you love something very, very much doesn't necessarily mean that you'll betray other defining intimacies for it. It's still very useful, though. Don't
Also,
worry.
it could change, I would think.
There's
Yes, I
a
have
there's a chance to
Pellio
change,
locked in a
but if it
basement.
changes, she'll know.
If the
Forever.
love changes, she'll know.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh, me like.
All right, River Jade. Enjoy knowing all my love secrets, I
Only
guess.
one.
Oh, yeah, just,
It's just the
It's
greatest.
the greatest one.
The greatest one forever.
So,
Definitely.
I didn't know that.
do you wish to make this public, or do you wish to just write it down and hand it to Jess?
Do you have, like, do you have a preference?
No.
Do you have a requirement? I'd like to make it public.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh,
Although they don't know, this is only
Right. Five Pat's greatest intimacy of love is towards someone by the name of Still Light.
Fuck.
Well, what does it do? I don't feel any different. Maybe I do. I'm not.
By the way, once you become unattuned to it, you won't continually get updates about his.
But
That makes sense.
loves pizza.
One.
If you ever become reattuned to it, then you would. It's sort of like turning your phone off and then eventually turning it back on again.
Oh, nice.
She, by the way, her anima is glowing.
What?
She's gonna just like uncurl he would know exactly
Yep.
what.
Oh, what passed between us? Yeah.
No, he
No.
wouldn't know that you know this.
Okay.
River Jade, did anything happen?
Yeah.
All right.
Just like my love life. I don't feel a thing, and the other person's like, yeah, something happened.
I'm not sure what to do with that information.
What?
Bake me some more bread.
What is
I had hoped that I would have been able to package it in something a little nicer than just my hand, like
That's the most
putting it in
beautiful
a.
thing I've ever seen.
So, with the help of Sight of Light, I've made it.
I made it into a bomb. It'll explode and kill you.
This message was self-destruct.
If you grapple someone, if you have them in a chokehold, if you deliver poison to that person, as you're prone to do, you'll know exactly what their greatest love is.
Oh.
It has a name.
What's its name?
It is anti-gregariate. Now, because gregarious means something that's full of life and it's loud and out there, and this is kind of the opposite. So it's like anti, but then it's also kind of like your aunt. So I combine those, and then it's also a garage. So it's anti-gregariate, I guess is the proper enunciation for it. I thought it was fitting.
I can call it Greg for short.
Auntie Greg.
Auntie Greg. I love it.
Use it well.
She like makes a step to River Jade as though to hug, but like kind of doesn't understand. Like, and so she just like sort of doesn't. So she goes like this and then kicks it back.
River Jade would like to give you a hug if that's something you seem open to.
She just like shuffles forward with the garrote.
Just like tries to like not have the garrote slice her
like-
arm in half.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Does one of these and a little pat, and then like steps away to give you your space back.
Should we have one as well? Should we do one as well? A hug? I mean, they've had a nice one. We might as well.
Of course, Pellio.
Right.
It is good to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
And we come in for a hug.
Yeah, a nice long embrace.
It probably looks much more natural.
Yeah, I think it does.
I love it.
Nix immediately just starts choking herself.
What
do I
my
love?
greatest love is this. Wait a minute.
5 puffs. 5 puffs.
Nix.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, an hour has passed, so regain
Thank
5 motes. Nix, that's 5 motes from you
Yep.
that you will not see again for quite some time.
Perfect.
I assume you're just going to keep yourself attuned to it?
Yeah.
So I've unattuned then.
Yes, so you will be able to regain those motes.
So I've regained those plus the 5?
No. Though you spent the motes to attune, now you regain them because you can. Yeah, I know. I'm a jerk.
No, you're not. It's fine.
So we're going to Nexus.
What?
I'm a bit overwhelmed. I mean, it's been several weeks now that I've been wanting to go back to Nexus. The thought that we're actually going is... It's great. It's wonderful.
Would you say Nexus is your greatest love?
Listen, I can barely see it, but put it away. I'm slightly miffed that I've gone out of my way to slave over a bread recipe I had to get from a, rotty old pub in Port Calin and baked bread, and I wasn't given an artifact, so...
But hopefully soon. I'd like to make one for everyone. I just, my abilities right now are just limited with it, and this was a thin piece of wire. It was much easier.
River Jade, I was just teasing you, dear.
Oh.
I didn't mean it. That was
I
just...
did. I meant it.
I know you did.
Just
You're very kind.
try not to cut any ears off with them.
The bread was my way of apologizing. It was murder apology bread. That's what I'm calling it.
It's catchy.
Thank you. Yes.
And I already have an artifact myself, so thank you. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Artifact. All right.
Says the man who was crashed.
Like
numerous
multiple
times.
times. Yeah. No, I moved to retrieve the Kama. Oof.
Hey,
That
that's
makes
mine.
a lot of sense.
That was on my corpse.
Uluvana.
I'm kidding. You can have it.
I feel an affinity to it.
It makes sense.
Take it. Take it, she says, still looking at the girl.
I'm shooting myself.
I feel like I should close the door and leave you in a room alone.
A voice from above.
No.
Hello?
Did we close the...
Please tell me it's Mala.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus, please.
You closed it behind you?
Yeah.
So it sounds more like...
Doesn't sound familiar.
Well,
Could I
it's barely audible.
engage sensory acuity prana?
You sure fucking can. Let's do this.
So 5 motes.
Right. It's Jaya.
Jaya.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna have you roll. You would
Yeah.
obliterate that roll. It's
Yeah.
I think the visitor that stopped by unexpectedly.
Jaya?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it might be upstairs. Is, in fact, upstairs. So you can put that to good use, and that also to very good use. I think might be a good time for it.
See, is there no other way out of here?
This is still coming from above,
Yeah.
by the way. No, there is no other exit.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go crush some bones real quick. Because I kind of forgot to do that when I was, making that. So she's gonna go into the library and find the
She
bones.
wants us to get out
Ow.
of there.
It hurts. Help me.
No.
Why not?
We're safer down here.
Help me.
Well, then let me go to her.
No, let's
What
set a
happened
trap.
last time you did that, 5 pounds?
I drove her away. That's what happened.
I thought you stuck your tongue out for a second. Like,
It hurts so badly. By the way, you're still the only one who can hear this intelligibly.
She seems to be in some pain. She's saying it hurts so badly. She's grunting.
John, do I have to roll anything to
No, you
crush
smashed
bones?
them bones.
Come back out.
Nix, you seem to have set a trap. Perhaps she's fallen into it. And perhaps you
Good.
can set another trap here, and we can invite her down, and she
No.
can.
I should point out that your trap has not been set off,
yeah.
but the voice that you hear isn't necessarily somebody who is right next to the entrance.
Oh, it's another voice that sounds. It's Jaya's voice.
Jaya's voice, but her trap hasn't been set off. That you would hear. It was designed so that somebody would hear that trap
Right.
going off. But it also, the voice that you hear is not directly into the cave
Right.
above the hole. It's outside the cave.
She's not coming down here. Absolutely not.
I'll go up in disguise,
Please, I hurt.
and I'll distract her.
What is she saying?
She's saying, "I hurt." She seems to be in some distress. I can distract her. I can take her away from the entrance. You can escape, and I'll meet you on the road to Nexus. She seems to be in some kind of death rattle.
That's a good idea, Pellio. Let's do that. Don't you think, Nix?
I want to
We
read
can get away.
intentions on 5 pads to see what his goal is in the scene.
Ooh, I fucking love this.
Okay, I have a guile of 2.
I see.
Hey, that's like River Jade.
Yeah!
Twins!
Twinning!
Guile twins!
No, you're not twins. I'm twins.
You're both twins?
Yeah, that's 3 successes, so.
Okay. 5 Pat's goal in the scene is to get up there and see if Jaya is truly hurt.
I see.
Is that enough?
Yep, that's enough.
Is that enough for you?
No, it's never enough. What'd you have for breakfast this morning? Bread. You had bread.
You start to hear a galloping horse.
Okay, she might be leaving. I hear a galloping horse.
It's approaching, not leaving.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's approaching, not leaving. Let me slip on a bit of a disguise, and
So there's someone else up there.
there might be someone else coming.
Kelly, do you want me to come with you?
While I appreciate the offer, I think I might be able to handle this on my own.
We don't know who else is arriving.
No, maybe we should sit tight and listen for some more voices. That might be an idea. And he just sort of like leans up closer to the entrance area.
I want to find something tin. I go to the kitchen and find like a goblet or something, and I give it to him.
Oh yeah, that helps. Thank you. So I'm trying to listen more attentively with the goblet to try to determine whether or not how many people are.
Your charm will do way more than a tin would, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Sentiment was nice, though.
I like it.
It was a good sentiment. The thing is, I'm going to give 2 dice for the stunt.
Yes, that's what I was hoping you would do.
So I'm going to have you roll your perception awareness, please.
Perception. Awareness. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm scared.
If I hurt, others hurt.
3. Oh wait, I can re-roll. Re-roll 6s. That's great.
Do you have more than 4 successes already?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're good.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate it, and I know that it's sometimes exciting to know how many, but
7.
Okay, there you go.
Plus he could re-roll.
There are 2 people above. They are outside the perimeter. There are 2 people above. They're
Okay.
outside the perimeter of the trap that Nyx has set. There's 1 horse. The 2 people are of relatively equal weight. Their footfalls sound about the same. One of them seems to be in a certain amount of pain.
There seem to be 2 people approaching same amount of weight. Their footfalls,
Your trap goes off. This everybody hears.
and I might be 1 now actually.
No, it's not a killing trap. It's just to notify us that someone's up their trap.
Well,
Maybe a sprained ankle.
oh, shame. I didn't mean that.
It's okay. I know.
Let me find myself a disguise. I'll run up there and I'll
I'm coming with you.
well, let's find us both a disguise.
I will sneak up as you open the door.
As will I.
Let's keep you down here because they were coming for you specifically, weren't they?
Wouldn't it be more unexpected if I was also hiding with Nyx?
I respect very much the many skills that you do have. I wonder whether you can
If
hide as
I
well
die-
as Nyx.
All die.
Pellio, I respect your opinion. I will wait here.
I worry about you.
Thank you. I am perhaps deserving of worry in this time. But I trust that you will all find out what's going on. And if Jaya is not a threat, to bring her down here so we may speak with her person to person.
Yes.
Sight of light, what was that?
Oh, that wasn't Sight of Light talking. That was from above.
Oh!
If I die, all die.
Right.
If she dies, all die or I'll die?
If I die,
Yeah.
all die.
A-L-L. Oh.
All right. So I think we're gonna have to have another flawlessly impenetrable disguise.
Yes!
My God, it's the greatest actor.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Pellio.
So
Pellio, Pellio, Pell-E.
Oh!
Point is, everyone else does the.
Oh!
do you remember early on in our travels we explored the geological survey that went awry when somebody else started talking?
Yes.
Yes, right. Should we have another crack at that and see how that goes? Yeah?
I won't talk this time.
Right.
I'll just perform through silence.
Silent performance. Use your physicality, use your movement.
Right.
We are on a
Okay.
geological survey.
Right.
There's now a third person with them that's approaching
Oh no.
on horseback.
Oh no.
You are, unfortunately, you lost your ability to speak early on in childhood, and I will express
Perhaps
that.
my.
Yes, yes, but you
See,
possess.
I was trying being quiet.
It was-
You got
and it
it.
was magical. It was
Thank you.
riveting. It was a triumph.
Oh, stop it.
No, truly. So slip on this costume.
Okay.
What did you just give me?
I gave you some beige slacks.
Jam.
Has she done it?
Has she done it?
And then Jaya says, no.
Hang on a second. They're talking to each other. The new
I'm
people
putting
who
on the-
arrived.
You hear metal being crushed.
I hear the sound of metal being crushed. These two people are asking Jaya whether she's done it. And Jay responded, no. I'm not sure what that means.
Did the person speaking sound familiar? Someone we've met?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
Didn't seem like a familiar voice, and I know voices. I do recognize Jaya's voice, however.
Yeah.
Ophelia, are you ready to go up? Yes? Great.
See, I didn't say yes.
Magical.
I just
You're
nodded.
wonderful, River Jade.
Thank
Shall we?
I sit at the bottom of the well and just cross my legs and look up.
I'm glowing right now. Like pretty, like it's pretty
Yeah, the stealth
clear.
is impossible for you, and it is pretty obvious that you are exalted.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? I think maybe I should do this
Why?
one alone.
Why though? I was gonna be so
You're
quiet.
You're looking particularly vibrant today, my dear.
Oh,
And-
fuck yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot.
So
Just thought it was really light in here.
maybe just
suddenly.
have a bit of a rest and
I'll wait down here.
yeah, brilliant, lovely.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll be right back. And Nix, if you want to follow along, could use the backup. Right.
Why would you do that?
Why is my greatest love tacos?
Why not? What do you? That's a great love.
So you make your way up. Somebody's going to have to open it, but they have to open it from below.
So I'll do it.
Spend a mote.
Whoop.
I'm attempting to enter stealth.
I'm going to assume that you'll be in stealth before this.
Yes.
So go ahead.
John, I would like to be waiting just around the corner beneath the tunnel, like up.
Okay.
Should I need to climb up quickly?
Sure.
I've
That's also
taken
where
out-
Five Paths is.
I've taken out a pad of paper and I'm just sort of like playing with jotting down notes and sketching out a kind of a rough topography of the land and specifically the cave.
Okay. Okay. When you get up, there are 3 figures in the robes that Five Paths would have recognized that you saw. One of them has the hood thrown back. It's Jeha. And you can see that while she was wearing a light form of like chain in front of her, she's currently being lifted up off the ground by one of the other hooded figures who's much taller. And his fist has closed around the chain and has basically broken it so that she is hanging by her chest up loosely from this chain that's there. So he's basically torn the armor off her, holding her up. And she's finding it difficult to breathe because it's now pulled up and it's closing around her throat. Her feet are dangling. The other figure is not quite as tall, but still has the hood up, but is clearly looking up, and she is holding her hands out and is just digging her fingers directly into this person's thighs as if to hold her in place. There's this strange sinking feeling into the ground that you had experienced earlier.
I'd like to enter my form.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Hi, folks.
So Jaya tries to turn her head, and then the tall figure turns, although his hood is low enough that it's impossible to see his face.
Did the survey send you? I needed a hand. I needed some backup. There's a lot of really interesting material down there that I'm just feeling really overwhelmed with right now. So, help me is what I'm trying to say. There are all sorts of really fascinating pre-imperial.
The taller figure just shoves Jaya hard enough into a tree that she just slams back into it, while the other one's still holding onto her thighs. So she gets smacked back into the tree. Leaves start to fall, and the one holding onto her thighs just walks forward and presses her thighs up, curling into a ball at the foot of the tree. And the tall one turns and starts walking towards you. Does not notice you. Does not either notice the two of you. Although now, by the way, you can hear what's going on up there.
Friend, I don't think that is in compliance with human resources policy with respect to the treatment of subordinates. I'm gonna write this down, and I'm gonna let them know. Because that is just not right. That's not a kind way to treat coworkers.
Are you? You sad, pathetic dead man.
I am Professor Threngood. I'm undertaking a geological survey. I thought they'd sent you to help me because the folks that were supposed to come and help me weren't all that helpful. I was under the impression that that's why you were here.
He just lifts one hand as if he's going to do the same thing to you that he was doing to Jaya a moment ago. And he reaches forward. Are you resisting this at all? Are you trying to dodge it?
Yeah,
He's just doing it slowly.
No, I'm walking backwards. Excuse me. No, I'm very sorry, but no. Who do you think you are right now? This is just really unacceptable. Do you know who I am? Do you have any idea who I am?
Okay, I'm going to ask you to roll your manipulation
I love this
presence.
so much.
This is truly.
This might be my new favorite. Of
2
Pellio's
dice, 1
characters.
success, 1 willpower.
One day he will be such a good actor, he will be able to embody all of them at once.
I'd like to see a full stream that's only Pellio's characters interacting with
Can
each
this
other.
I'd watch that.
You don't spend a willpower, you gain it.
You gain a willpower.
You gain a willpower.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
If you have no willpower to gain,
Then you don't gain
Womp
anything.
womp.
Okay, so that's 5 plus socialize, which is 5. Okay. All right.
Not socialize, presence.
Presents.
We only have 3 presents.
Oh shit. Okay.
He's pretty present.
Fairly present.
Still no
And did you add your 2 extra dice?
I did 2 successes, right?
No, 2 extra dice, 1 success, 1 willpower.
All right. Sorry, everyone. Okay, I'll get this eventually.
There you go.
Right. 2, 3,
Oh boy.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, number 7.
Were you sent from heaven?
Oh god, no.
Are you an emissary of Yushan?
Yushan. Yeah. Yushan from the Faculty of
lore do you
Geology.
have?
Sorry?
How much lore do you have?
I have 1.
How much
lore.
occult do you have?
I have 0 occult.
Okay.
From the Faculty of Geology, Yushan. I don't think the U is pronounced. I think it's a silent U.
You are the most broken man I've met from heaven before. Would you care to be broken further?
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time understanding what you mean. Broken.
Jaya has started to struggle, and then the other figure is just starting to pick her up and drive her again and again and again into the tree.
Your colleague seems to be treating that person quite
This
roughly.
is not a matter of your concern.
Can I ask your name, friend?
No.
Okay, is that N-O? N-O, just simply N-O? Or is there a K in there? Is it N-K-N-O-W?
So he's completely just like, what the fuck is going on? He just does not know.
Well done.
He is
Pellio.
not okay with what's happening.
He's distracted.
But there's this
Yeah,
sort of
very
like, I
well.
could kill him like instantly, but like, who is this? Like, what?
While this is happening,
Yeah, I
can
figured there might be a thing
do
you might wanna do.
profile character on this character
It hasn't been 5 minutes yet.
when it has. Can I
Yeah,
roll?
sure. But you're observing all these things?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Mostly like
first
this.
name no or second name no?
We're all like that, essentially, I think. And a little bit impressed, maybe.
Shattered reflection of sorrow.
Shattered.
Are
So
there,
is that some beat poetry you've been working on, or
Roll join battle.
you're not going to accept that?
you. He's gonna fucking kill you.
oh my god. John,
Yes.
are there dashes in this name?
No,
No.
there's only dashes in.
Yeah, dashes are for lunars.
I know.
Oh, you tricky little.
You
No.
crafty so and so.
No. But we are rolling join battle. That's everybody because you're all
'Kay.
kind of.
Oh, I have
Realizing
awareness
this.
5 now. Life is so
So
good.
here we go. It's initiative time,
It's initiative time.
and we only have like 35 minutes.
I'm low on the old moat train here.
Oh, I'm very
That
low.
makes 2 of us 5.
Well, that's not good.
Well, not very low. I'll be glowing when I appear.
That's
It'll be very
you'll
obvious.
be terrifying, is what's happening here. Son of a
Go ahead, please.
6.
6 for
6
5.
for 5 bats.
Oh, actually, if I'm already in stealth and I roll giant battle, I don't have to. It doesn't have to be blinding battle thing because I'm already in stealth. So
That's
I can roll
correct.
my. Oh, cool. Put that back.
I have my hammer still in my hand.
7 for Pellio.
Thank you.
I mean, Professor Threngood. Who's
If I spend 4, I won't start glowing more, right?
Right.
That's correct.
Us.
7 for Nyx.
7 for Nyx. And River Jade.
Give me, sorry. Is that on a side?
Yeah.
Damn it.
River Jade?
Yep, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, that puts the initiative as follows. SROS is at 9. The figure that's currently attacking Jaya is 8. River Jade is at 8. Pellio and Nyx are both at 7. 5 Paz is at 6. And Jaya is at 3. Which means that I go first.
Uh-oh.
He's just going to reach out with his hand, and he's just going to try to plant it beyond your heart.
I am
going, I
going
guess. I
to dipping swallow defense, dipping graceful fuck dancer fucking dancer style
Dancer
battle
fucking,
dancer method.
dancer fucking style is not a
Yeah,
martial
that's-
arts form I'm
that's a
aware of.
Specific Pellio charm for sure.
All right, what's your defense?
My defense is right. What's my defense? Fucking hell.
Probably evasion.
Or
Plus-
evasion or parry.
evasion or
plus
parry.
Well, if he's not holding a weapon, he can't parry. He can only
I
evade.
can only evade. It is 4.
Cool.
Plus, oh, that was a lot of dice.
Half performance to parry or evasion with the battle dancer method.
Okay.
Which means performance is 5, so that's 3. I
3
guess
more,
it's
yeah.
It's usually rounded up, yeah.
Okay, so that's 7 total.
Okay. So he misses.
Oh,
So
stress.
you manage to dance away. That surprises him enough that his hand just, you can feel air just getting thrust at you, but the fist does not, find your chest or whatever.
No, it doesn't.
However, that means that we are moving on. RJ.
Yep. Okay, I would like to go up the rope.
That's going to be your action this turn.
Yep. As quietly as possible.
Ah. Then roll me your dexterity stealth. The person who is attacking Jaya is going to just continue to attack Jaya, I
I
guess.
failed, by the way.
Well, all right.
Well,
Can't
you
say
are
I'm
always
surprised by
right. I
that.
don't know what to tell you. That's rough.
Okay. And All right. So Jayaz has crashed. She is now at -3.
Take that, Jaya.
What? Oh,
And
we hate Jaya.
She's
that's
a
right.
problem.
That's a good point.
Triple X is now at 20. Triple X just because you don't know her name. So that helps.
Not Vin Diesel.
We are moving on to you now, Nyx and Pellio.
Over to you.
How far away is dude? Shattered reflection of sorrow.
They're all within relatively close range. You can get there quickly.
I would like to creep along the tall grass to him
Okay.
and try to.
And what does mean?
I want to poison him. I want to poison him in the calf.
Cut his toe with the garage.
Are you using any charms?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
she would if they existed.
Okay, so,
So
you'll
first
get 2
I have
extra
to,
dice.
I have to now. This is a question for you.
Yeah.
I have 2 charms, and I'm wondering if they can be used together.
What are the charms?
I will pass you my sheet because they don't exist.
Ah, yes. Right.
Okay, Pellio, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be running away in character. Running away without necessarily attempting to disengage from combat. I'm trying to draw SROS, whose name, Shadow Reflection of Steel, away from anybody else. So it's, yeah.
Page 306, I believe, John. You're welcome. I mean, what?
Page 26 of what?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
So you're dancing
So
away.
I'm running away in a kind of blind panic in character as Professor
Very
Threngood.
fast cha-cha.
It's a cha-cha. Professor Threngood, and is also trying to bait Shattered Reflection of Steel towards him by yelling out his name as loudly as he can.
Sorrow. Sorry.
Shattered Reflection of Sorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Only because
But
if you want
would
to
he
yell his name.
Would he also get it wrong? on
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so in fact he does get it wrong.
Oh, perfect. He's going to be mad.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to bait him as much as I can.
That's fair.
Somebody help me! This Shattered Reflection of Steel is trying to assault me quite unlawfully.
Okay, so interesting. You will successfully move away. I'm not going to count that as a disengage. Nyx, one of them is a supplemental roll, which will only do if you successfully make a decisive attack.
Correct.
So the first one is applied when you make a decisive attack, so you do that first. Then the second one would be applied if you succeed.
Yes. So in
So
theory,
yes,
I
you
could
can
use
use-
them in the same tick,
Yes, you can.
as it were. Could I have my cheat sheet? Bang. Yep.
Okay.
What is his defense? In the White House?
So you are attacking specifically SROS?
SROS.
Okay. So
Ross.
Ross.
SROS, or as Mangani is currently describing him as shadowed reflection of shit. His defense is currently 8.
And does that take into account the surprise element of this?
Oh, you are attacking him from surprise.
Yes.
So then his defense is 0.
Oh my god.
Botch. Bot. Oh,
What?
not now. Not now. Sorry.
Why would you do that?
Artifact
So-
weapon ahoy!
Okay.
Is she using the artifact? Or
Uh,
Oh,
that's-
yeah. That's a Garrett.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, it's either a
That's
0 or an
true.
8, so I have to reroll. Okay. Well,
It's an
that
8.
is, that's 2 successes.
2 successes is actually a
Believe it
pretty
or not.
bad roll, but it's good enough.
Good job.
Nice.
So, I will be activating
His hardness
charm number 1.
is something else entirely.
Okay, well, at least charm number 1 activates,
Uh-oh.
which is 3 motes and 2 initiative. So now I'm down to
Oh.
5.
Oh. That's not
So at
good.
least there's this. I'm not mad at it. He takes a -1 penalty on actions and defense until the onslaught penalty wears off. So that's fun.
Yep.
Almost great.
Now, what's the hardness?
That is true. However, you cannot damage him as you cannot penetrate his hardness.
Fair enough. Sounds good.
So you have reset your initiative. But he does have a -1 now, and as long as an onslaught penalty remains on him, that will be his -1. Pellio, you have run away. SRS is now like looking around and is very curious as to what's going on. 5 paths.
I'm going to use Spiderfoot style to, instead of climbing up the rope, I'm going to literally race up the side of this tunnel, or this, well or whatever. Like back, you know what I mean? I'm going to race up, having activated Mantis style form.
Yep.
Once I reach the top, I'd like to leap over to the tree where Jaya is. I don't know if this can all be one action or not. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, you can close the distance and that'll be your action.
okay. Then I'm going to do that. I'm going to eventually put myself between Jaya and her attacker.
Okay, so that's going to be round.
Yep.
Because Jaya, actually no, Jaya technically has an action. So Jaya's going to try to run. Whoa. That's not really going to do a whole lot.
That's satisfying.
No. No, so Jaya tries to get up, and whoever this other figure is just slams her back down into the tree. Round, 5 motes. So at this point, this other person turns around, eyes, well, not eyes, because it turns around and is going to roll a decisive attack onto 5 paths.
Great.
Turning around and then extending her fingers in Mantis style
Ooh.
is going to attempt to grapple you.
Well, that's not good. Okie dokie.
So she's going to try to sweep your feet out from underneath you and catch you as you fall, wrapping you up into her arms.
Aww.
Using this new kama to which I have attuned myself, she's going to try to sweep my feet. I'm going to try to, just for an instant, stick my feet to the tree behind me so that there are no feet to sweep, so that I can then catch her with the curved blade of the kama to parry.
I like this. That's going to be an extra 2 to your defense and regain 1 willpower.
Thanks, dude.
It's a 2nd level stunt. What does that make your defense now?
Like, a lot.
Yeah.
8.
Sorry, I got to keep this
No,
moving,
I know,
folks.
I understand.
All right, here we go.
Do it.
Can I get 8? 1, 2,
Grapple,
3,
grapple.
4. I really have to roll some 10s here. Nope. I get 6 successes to your 8, so she whiffs and comes up short. That is now time for SROS, who, seeing that he now is at a -1 and doesn't even realize that that's happened, now is going to try to chase after you. So he's going to waste his round just trying to run after you because he initially couldn't do he couldn't try to rush you to prevent your disengage because you're just so fucking weird. River Jade.
Yes. What way is the XXX facing?
Now is currently facing towards 5 paths. So
Is that away from the hole?
No, she can see you. You failed yourself. People know that you're there.
Duh. Okay. I want to sort of like push myself up, somersault towards her, and try to knock her off balance with my hammer. I really
Okay,
want to.
that's a withering attack.
Yes, and
2
I'm
extra-
also spending Excellent Strike, which is 3 motes.
Okay, it's 2 extra dice. Go for it. You are still glowing, I should point out.
Yep.
As you drive towards her, she is simply going to try to bring her arm up and block your hammer just with her arm bare. and her other hand just placed directly in front of her face.
Interesting.
Her defense is 7.
For the first time, I'm very glad I rolled 4 once.
You get to re-roll those?
Yep.
Rock on.
Nice.
Can't botch rolls without ones.
Good point. That's Exalted, folks.
That was a 9. I only got 4.
So, no. She manages to successfully beat the hammer away, and you can feel that her arm is as strong as iron as she doesn't give a fuck. Pellio.
Yo.
You now successfully have somebody who is on your tail.
Yeah.
As he's starting to run, his cloak starts to open, and you can see that he has this black armor just covering him.
Every inch of him.
A lot of them, yeah. It would be the equivalent of heavy armor, like plate armor on him.
And in my panic, is there any way I can like detect whether or not this armor covers, or is there any weak spot? I can't really.
Well, the mechanics of the game don't really allow you for weak spots at this point.
Fair. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep the ruse up because I like the fact that I'm kind of making him waste his rounds. So
now you have to roll for a disengage, and he's going to try to roll to see if he can keep up, because otherwise he's just going to overtake you.
Right.
However, his rush isn't great, so you have a good chance.
And
That's
he's
a
at
dex.
-1.
Yeah, and he's at -1, so that's a dexterity dodge.
Right.
Because he doesn't move very quickly. He's wearing a shit ton of armor.
It's second line, right-hand side.
Yeah, I know. I didn't actually calculate it in the first place, stupidly.
Mangani, I can assure you that it is not from Arms of the Chosen. His armor.
Oh, okay.
But it does have a hardness rating of 10.
It's Dex plus no.
Fuck.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's not good, eh, bud?
And 4. All right. Yeah, I'm rolling
We
for
need-
disengage.
More initiative.
Jesus.
Fuck. Okay.
1.
0.
You're dancing. Your rumble is just 2 rumbles.
0 on 5 dice. Okay, you make a big bad, sometimes he's not so bad.
Sometimes it's a little good, you know?
Hey.
All right, so that means that your disengage is going to be effective here, which means your initiative is going to go down by 1, but because he failed in his rush, I'm actually going to put SROSs down as well. That leaves us to 5 paths.
Having successfully sort of parried this strange figure, 5 paths is going to attempt a withering attack. It's going to use one of the sort of pointed fingers of Mantis style to try to poke the head covering from this, like the cloak, off of this person's face.
Okay.
To try to see it, using that as a distraction to bring the comma up and into their side.
Okay, 2 extra dice.
Cool.
This is just a withering attack?
Yes, I need
Okay.
initiative.
All right, I need the initiative.
I do.
That's fair. It's fair. I'll give you that.
I'll need
Triple
it
X
right
actually
now.
missed her gambit, so that means that she actually has lost initiative. As she does this, she's going to try to keep her covering down over her face, and then just swing her elbow up, and then crashing it so that she's trying to trap your comma between her ribs and her arm, and then twist to try to take away the force of the blow. So go ahead. Her defense is 7.
Come on, buddies. Comma.
Comma, comma, comma.
And the comma is a better thing for him to wield than his straight up hands.
It is, but I only got 4 successes.
So you successfully managed to bring your comma forward, but she successfully keeps her face covered and moved away. Jaya is going to attempt to disengage.
Go, Jaya! Live to try to kill me another day.
Yeah, surely we want Jared dead, right?
Jaya is again going to attempt to disengage, which means that her initiative is going to further drop to -4.
I'll protect you, Jaya.
Okay, so she has 1, 2, 3 successes. Is anybody going to attempt to disengage at this point?
To
for
try
her?
to catch her, you mean?
Yeah, to rush her. To prevent her.
No, not to prevent her, no.
Okay. Jaya is running away. She's now at medium. Round 5.
I didn't act.
Oh, this round?
Nope.
Oh, because you. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So, Sross, can I attempt a withering attack on him? I would like to crawl toward him.
In your skin,
In my skin.
so that his wounds they will not heal.
Although he's running, so I probably can't get to him. He's running after Pellio.
Yeah, he's running after Pellio, so you would have to rush him.
Yeah, I don't want to rush him.
Okay.
Can I get to Triple X?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. I'm going to try to get to Triple X and attempt to basically wrap my garrote around her leg
Okay.
and throw her off balance from stealth, hoping the confusion will keep her from realizing what's going on.
Okay, so it's a withering attack?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to point out that even if you're successful, because this wasn't a decisive attack or a grapple, you can't know her true
No problem.
love thing for this. Okay, go ahead.
I'd
She
love
doesn't
to know.
actually,
Yeah.
she's not, your stealth was broken when you failed in your initial attempt, but she hasn't paying attention to you. So she gets her defense, but she's not stunting for it. So her defense is only 5.
Okay.
Go ahead. Get 2 extra dice for that.
Thank you.
Remember that it will be round. At this point, it'll be Triple X will act first, and then it will be River Jade at the same time as SROS.
You said, sorry, her defense is
5.
5? Okay.
That's a lot of dice.
It's pretty good,
That's pretty good.
right?
Go
Because
ahead.
it's my dex, martial arts, and fabulous new
Yeah.
accuracy. Yeah.
That's true. And 2 dice.
And 2
No.
dice. Okay.
You and rodents of unusual size?
re-roll the
I don't
ones.
think
I
they
don't think they
exist.
exist.
No.
You didn't use a charm?
I don't have that charm. Fuck.
Would you botch?
Success?
What's
No, I
happening
didn't
with it?
botch. I just didn't get it.
If you had botched on that number of dice, then I
No.
would have just been like, you accidentally tangle yourself in your own garrote. You start to choke.
Yeah, I only got 4 successes.
Oh, rough.
Yeah,
we're
that
really
really
not
sucks.
That
rolling well.
sucks.
So I'm,
Look, sometimes the dice don't work for me, and sometimes they don't work for you. Maybe we can both suck together.
but I would like to
Communal suck.
Yikes. Try to see. I don't want her to notice me. So does it seem like she noticed that attempt?
She's kind of focused on 5 paths right now.
Hello. So I'm like,
So you're still not in stealth, but she is not paying attention to you, if that makes sense.
yes, I do want
Round,
to
5 modes. She's
Yeah.
really annoyed, and I'm going to say that she's just going to attempt to grapple you again. She is not pleased, especially now that Jaya has escaped.
Iron Arm block. So, 5 Paths remembers back at the monastery having been taught how to break a grapple when it's coming in towards you to sort of flow, just like air, to essentially push the oncoming assault away from you. So he's going to expand himself, throwing his arms out to both sides to sort of knock her away.
Cool. Add 2.
Like that?
Gain 1 willpower. What's your defense?
Yeah.
What's your defense?
Coming up. 9. Sorry,
Oh shit.
meant the 4.
Okay, only 5. No, she fails at her attack again,
We're all so bad at fighting today.
driving that down. RJ,
Yep.
you were acting on the same initiative as SROS, so technically if you attack him, it would be a clash if you can rush to engage him, because he's still chasing after this weird-ass geologist.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
You
this
know
guy?
what? I see that these two are here. I want to go help Pellio, so
Okay, so you're gonna rush him?
I'm gonna rush him.
Okay, so roll your rush.
So, yeah.
If you get 2 successes, then you can do it.
I got 4.
Then you're great. You can make your attack on him, but he is also going to attack you, seeing you coming up from behind, because, I mean, you have a weapon and he doesn't seem like much of a threat. He's just a threat to his sanity.
Okay.
So
I've heard that
he's going to
before.
turn around, and as you start to approach, he's going to just lift one of his massive boots and attempt to drive it into your solar plexus.
Is this withering?
It's a withering attack, yeah.
Okay.
What about
So
you?
I want to grab his boot
Okay.
and try to like grab on, like hold it
Yeah.
in place.
So what do
Oh
you?
wait, but that would be a brawl attack,
That
right?
would be a
Not
grappling brawl attack. Yes. What are you
Never
trying to
mind.
do?
So what I would like to do is hit with my hammer and throw his foot out of my face, so it like causes him to spin around in a
So
circle.
a different withering attack.
Yes.
Okay. So let's both roll.
Okay.
Defense doesn't matter because it's whoever gets the most. Whoa, boy. That's
a
die. It's
lot
down
of
somewhere.
dice.
Oh, it's down there. It's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you 2 extra dice, so roll those.
Dude.
6. This is not a lot.
8.
All right, so that means you have 2 threshold successes. You can roll your damage, please. His soak
Yeah.
is currently.
Yeah.
Hi.
I will get it for you right now.
Lots.
His soak is 11.
Fuck.
Nope. His soak is 14.
Got any overwhelming on that hammer there, buddy?
So
Yeah,
my thing is 15, so I'm rolling 2 dice. The
Yep.
threshold.
Go ahead.
That's why we threshold.
I got 2.
Hey!
You got
Job,
2?
River Jade.
Yeah.
All right. Well done. Well done. That puts you up to 11, and that puts him down to 6. That means that it is now Pellio and Five Path's turn.
I am running after Jaya.
Okay.
I want to confront Jaya.
So you're running after her. This is going to be a chase sequence because she's already one range band away from
Yeah.
you. But I'm going to assume that you're running after her. We're going to get to you in a second.
Yeah.
Pellio.
Yeah.
Not Pellio. Five Paths.
Sometimes I feel like I'm Pellio. I'm going to again launch a withering attack. John, can I roll to establish a fact about Mantis style?
Yeah.
I can try. Or at least about the people from the Nail of Truth, the monks
Okay.
that I know. They fight in a very fluid way, but a very traditional way, and they would be really put off if the fighter opposite them was to do something quote unquote unnatural. Would be the fact that I'd like to roll to establish, so that my withering attack can be leaping up and sticking my feet to the tree branch above me and swinging my comma down to try to nick
All right.
her
First roll
head.
to establish your lore.
Let's go. Let's go. Here
Difficulty for that's going to be 2.
we go. Yeah. Get.
If you successfully introduce this fact, this will be a level 3 stun.
Ooh. That's so cool.
Spending modes then.
Oh, so now I'm going to spend some fucking modes.
Come on, buddy. Is it 2? Yeah. There's
Great.
8. There's 8 here.
Okay, successfully established. You have a level 3 stun. That is 2 dice, 2 successes, 2 points of willpower. This can go over your willpower limit.
It just finishes it.
Thank you, sir.
Roll.
Coming up. Dex.
Her defense
Martial
is
accuracy.
5
2 dice.
because she didn't
2
stun,
successes.
and she doesn't have the motes to spend right now, or she
Willpower
isn't
for a
spending the
success.
motes right now.
Let's go. Sorry. Excuse me. Whoa. Whoa. 5 pads.
Oh my god.
Successes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for that resubscription, Real Brick Wall.
9
Enjoy your new emotes.
Oh, they're gorgeous. 9 successes.
9 successes beats her 5.
This might be an opportunity for the cheer duck emote.
Beats her 5. That means that you are rolling your damage. Her soak is
Strength 10.
8.
16. So 8. Oh, I get to roll so many dice this
There's
time.
some cheers. There's
Yay!
some cheers. It's happening.
Ooh.
Get Rip Duck ready.
Total successes.
5.
5 successes drops her down to 9, puts you up to 12. Pellio, I want you to roll your dexterity athletics, please. And
Dexterity
then
it is.
yeah.
Oh no.
I botched.
Bye, John. Oh no!
Okay, you continue to chase after Jaya. And you're starting to gain on her as she is running away just like as fast as she possibly can.
Oh.
Round.
I still have an axe.
Fuck! Nix, go ahead.
I'd like to go back into stealth. It's not that exciting.
Okay.
I'd like to duck around behind the tree that 5 paths is
I'm
currently
gonna
dancing
judge
on.
that you succeed automatically. Round. Your pool is high and everybody is busy.
I
So
have some personal
Everybody's
again.
busy.
This is like Home Alone with Kevin, isn't it?
yeah.
Jeez,
Okay.
Kevin.
1, 2.
We're all
So
going to Nexus without you. And then we'll
5 paths,
remember
you're
and-
first. You're first up.
Whoa. All right, it's time. I would like to attempt to grapple this mystery person. In order to do so, I'm going to leap. Knowing that Spiderfoot style is coming to an end, I'm going to push off of this branch, driving the hilt of the kama down into her chest so that we both fall to the ground so that I can wrap her up in a grapple.
This is a grapple attempt. Go ahead. She is going to attempt to defend this, still bringing up that one arm. As you start pulling down, she's just going to grab your chest and just slam you into the ground next to her instead.
Uh-oh.
Her defense is 6. Go.
Yep. Good. Okay.
Learn from gaming.
Success.
Also
Remote.
subscribed.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I am glowing if I wasn't already.
You are glowing now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Is anybody out of motes entirely?
I'm almost getting there, though.
I got back to personal.
Oh, maybe I should. Why?
I don't know. Achievements? I don't know. Let's go.
Oh, I'm going to deliberately fuck myself over for the Chievemos.
Wouldn't be the first time.
7 successes.
7 successes is a success. You have established your grapple.
Yes.
Is there anything that you need to know about just in terms of like your mantis style and you establishing that grapple?
No, I have. I'm using my crushing claw technique to grapple with dex instead of strength.
Okay.
It also grants me some bonus dice. So this to establish my control roll.
Okay, so it's time to establish control.
Time to.
So establishing control on a grapple. To do so,
This much.
all right. Upon succeeding at the gambit, you make a control roll, which is an opposed strength plus brawl or martial arts, but in your case, dexterity.
Dex.
So go ahead.
I'm really happy
I'm
about.
5 paths.
Thanks, guys. Oh.
5 paths.
Welp.
There's so many ones.
Oh, 5 paths.
I rolled 3 successes.
I rolled 5, which means that I will escape on my next
Rip.
turn.
Okay. But you have higher. Oh no, I do.
But it does mean that at this point, we're both at a -2 penalty to our defenses.
Right.
We can't perform flurries. Victims caught in a grapple can't take movement actions. -1 penalty to all attacks or a -3 penalty to all attacks using two-handed weapons. But if you want to, I can give you the option if you want to uncover her face.
That's kind of all I want to do.
It's kind
Is
of
that
all
weird?
you want to
It's like
do.
kind of all I wanted in this whole scenario. Yes, please. I would like to tear the hood back, but like gently, you know.
And when you pull the hood back, you see Jaya's snarling face in front of you.
Huh?
And I think we'll end the session there.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
He's done it again.
Who are you chasing, man?
I don't know. No.
Oh, yes.
But if Jay is here, then he'll be fine.
Oh. And I don't know that I've
No,
the
no.
real Jayas. Oh.
You don't know that you botched either.
I don't know
I
that
don't
this is the real
know.
Jay,
Oh. True.
right?
Who is the real
Only one
Jaya?
way to find out.
Greatest love. 5 paths, his death.
Folks,
Yeah,
it
we
is
found it.
time for you to determine what today's decision point of the game was. What was the moment that really turned it on its head? What was the most memorable thing that happened? Send your suggestions in chat now, and then we'll get that poll going. In the meantime,
I didn't spend these.
Amir, what did you learn?
Shit, I almost have notes.
I learned that, gosh darn it, I do have a lot of affection for River Jade. Yeah. And Nyx.
Aw,
Yeah,
thanks,
for everyone.
bud.
I love everyone. I just,
Aww.
I
So you
also
learned that you're a
I-
big old softie?
I'm kind of a softie, and I also learned how, that I need to make more of an effort to really like remember people's names, just as like just a courtesy. Just stop with that shit.
Except when you're taunting them on purpose.
Except when I'm taunting them on purpose.
Humiliate opponent.
That is, I have a specialty in that. That's what I learned.
Scott?
I once again learned that rolling to establish facts with lore is super cool, and I really appreciate that you let me do that. More importantly, I learned that 5 paths isn't ready to let Jaya be evil in his heart. He's like, nah, man, nah.
Okay.
That's what I learned.
Liz?
Nyx learned that she loves her new garrote.
It's
And that she, gosh darn it, really enjoyed spending time with Pellio, oddly.
Yeah, that was
the
a nice.
closest thing to a polite conversation they've ever had.
You should keep track of the motes that you have spent, willpower spent. And we'll make sure that we keep this
initiative?
this initiative, because that will matter when we come back.
What?
I have it. I've got it written down. I'll have the initiative.
I think it was 11.
Yours was 11, yes. Okay. Jess?
Yeah, so this is something I learned a little while ago, but I'll share it. RJ no longer feels disgusted by Pellio, which was something that was removed several sessions
take
ago. And on
baby
top
steps.
of it, she's no longer disappointed in him. So that's another intimacy I'm removing.
Wow.
That was good bread.
Bread was really
The redemption of Pellio through basic baking.
There could be
basic about it.
there could be some intimacies that I'm adding as well,
nothing basic.
but
I
I'm not.
imagine.
But I'm not disclosing it.
Disappointment in Pellio is now removed.
Wonderful. Thank you. I will also.
All right. Now we'll see what we can do for the decision point suggestions coming in. In the meantime, let's go to your experience. Allow me to check. There is one achievement that was earned this session.
Yeah? I love achievements, guys. I'm such a...
I think I know what it is.
The achievement. Which one do you think it is?
I don't know which one it is, but I think I know what it's for.
Okay, go ahead.
Tree?
Well, the artifact.
Fair.
Oh, right.
Fair.
It's got to be the artifact.
It's gotta be crafting the thing,
It's got to
yeah?
be crafting it.
That's a very fair.
I would think so too. It's pretty monumental.
Yeah.
Small piece
me
of piano
see.
wire ornament.
Oh shit, there's been 2.
Good job, buddy.
I am going to say that the first one earned is Shiny and Chrome. The first artifact created. That's going to go to River Jade.
Nice job, River Jade.
The second one, because I forgot that I had that on my list. How about that? It's there. It's there. The second one is called Darkness.
Whoa.
And it's going to go to 5 Paths Ascending,
I did something?
but
Oh,
I'm not telling you what it was until next session.
okay.
So you earned it, but I'm not telling you what it is yet.
Oh, what does that mean? Oh.
So yeah,
Thank you.
do we have the poll ready? Is it ready to go up?
Do we get any solar experience?
Yeah, I'm just tracking a bunch of things at once. Okay. So, yeah. What I'll say for you guys, solar experience-wise, is we're gonna give you the standard 2 today. The 2 is gonna go for. Well, there was definitely some ability to help you create what you needed to create, but in fact, what you were doing was helping Nyx in the fact that she has a night cast. So you were enabling her cast. So we'll put it there, and also there was some pretty impressive lore usage, which I'm gonna throw that in there. So that'll be 2, and I'm going to send a message. While I'm doing that, Liz, you want to let us know what's coming up here?
Yeah, so tomorrow we have friend request at 6 p.m. right here. And then at 9 p.m. we have depth of field. Scott, who are the guests?
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, it's
Liz,
the two
Liz
of
and I will be
us.
guests on Depth of Field tomorrow night. Together again. Together at last.
Oh, it's been so long.
I know. Ridiculous. See how it goes, I guess.
So
It's
that'll
gonna
be
a
happening
party,
at
actually. It's gonna be
9.
great.
Wednesday we have Cosplay Cave at 6:30.
Okay, so sending those options in now.
Oh, I know exactly
Is
what
that-
spending the solar experience on.
So that's tomorrow,
Yes.
And Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday. Works out. I have a question for the 4 of you. And this is not for any experience. This is not for any decision point. It's not for any of that. What I am curious about is you're in the middle of this combat right now. It's outside this. Do you think you'll make it to Nexus next session?
I'm starting to think we'll never make it to Nexus.
That'll be this.
It's the running joke.
That'll be the
Yes.
running joke that you just never make it to
Yeah,
Nexus.
we just never
One
get
day
there.
we'll go there.
One day.
We don't have anybody with crafts, and now we don't have any way to get to Nexus.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
Mangani,
know.
by the way, is suggesting that you spend your solar XP on appearance 5.
He's so good
That would
looking.
be amazing. I have something very specific I think I should buy, but I appreciate it, Mangani. I don't know. I think we will, because it really does depend on what these mysterious figures want. We don't really know that they have any sort of quarrel with us other than the geologist. I mean, now they do, obviously. And I wonder
Sweet.
whether they're just going to want to go or not. Like, let us go and you know what I mean, go our separate ways, or if we need to sort of strike them down or
Now,
call
Amir,
a truce.
Pellio is the one who's been wanting to go all this time.
And I think Pellio has kind of forgotten that Nexus ever existed. He hasn't. I mean, he desperately wants to go back, but it's been so long, and so much has happened.
Oh, yeah.
And he has changed so much that, yes, he wants to go, but I think there is a degree of trepidation in him as to what he will find when he gets there because of how he's changed.
Yeah.
This is what Nyx has been trying to tell him for so long. Oh my god.
And also, I mean, who knows what state Nexus will be in? We seem to go to places that get destroyed before
Yeah,
we get there.
truly. So yeah, I think we will end up getting there, but yeah.
It's just a burning pyre that says "Welcome home." Pellio."
Yeah,
Bunch
it's
of
more the
tires.
There's a sign that says Nexus, but like the S is like falling
Yeah,
off of it,
it's
like
like this
dangling.
idealized version.
Oh, it's like New Vegas, except it's New Nexus.
Yeah. Neo-Nexus.
Just before we get to Liz's answer, the poll is open for the decision point. Pellio put a lot of things in that bread, some we may not want to know.
Oh, God.
Nyx instills a new hero for Port Calin.
Yes.
River Jade forges her first artifact.
Also beautiful.
And Five Paths pulls back the hood and reveals Jaya.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. He's no good.
Some people are
No good
suggesting
at
there may
all.
have been drugs hidden in the bread.
Maybe.
Pellio.
Maybe.
This is Amir comes to me just before session, like, dude, bread. I put the weed in there.
Breaking Bad.
It's not. Yeah.
Wow.
It was MDMA. It was.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So everybody's just like tripping out on Molly.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Exactly. Bit of techno and.
Liz,
I think we're gonna get to Nexus next session.
you think you are gonna make
We're
it?
getting to next.
Next session, maybe just like right at the end.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's time to close that poll. Let's see that today's decision point is. Pellio put a lot of things in that bread. Some we may not want to know.
All right.
I think you're just a fucking decision point magnet.
You've gotten a few of them though, as I recall. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think
But,
people
I
just
mean-
Not us.
can't stop, won't stop with the antics of Pellio.
The bread led all of us to, I think, appreciate Pellio's sort of like kind side more fully.
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Like, I
he
don't know
may
what
he may
it's
be a
like.
brutal killer, but he's a decent
There's a lot of love in that bread, you
Makes
know.
a mean loaf.
Love and semen. I don't mean that.
no,
I
you
don't
don't.
mean that. I don't mean that.
I was so excited.
We made the bread together. Don't you remember?
Oh no.
I must have blacked out.
Folks, there's a ton of great emotes that you can now get if you subscribe to Beanduck. They're right there. Some of them involve cheering, and some of them involve tombstones. So
in case you need
you can
one.
just have a look at that if you really need to. In the meantime, I have to thank once again Real Brick Wall for filling out all that information. If you're at all interested in catching up on Full Party, or if you have a friend who you want to catch up on Full Party, you can totally do that. There's a wiki to do that. That wiki is fullparty.wikidot.com.
All right.
You can find a ton of information in there. It's definitely worth checking out. It's also absolutely worth checking out the Discord server that you have for Beanduck, right?
Absolutely.
There's so much information in there, and there's not only information, there's speculation about the game, there's speculation about other things. There's a magnificent artifact which was posted in the Full Party channel, which you can look at, but there's also chats for friend requests, Depth of Field, and Cosplay Cave as well, so you can check that out there. Special thanks to our crew today. Thank you. Special thanks to you four.
Very special thanks to
John.
Storyteller. John. Oh, were we not doing it?
So next week, it's Canada Day. But we'll be right here.
Let's see. Nexus Day.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I mean,
So, how can we have both Jayas side by side and like question them, and I can be like, "What fruit do I love
both
best?"
Jayas?
No.
You don't think they're all three Jaya?
Oh my god.
Also,
Make them
River
fight
Jade
to
has
the
been
death.
Jaya all along.
Hey.
Real
I
Jayas, the
mean-
friends we make along the way.
Is that really the is that what we're going for?
Yeah.
God, those are horrible friends.
I would.
Like the worst.
I would love to do a read intentions on a false Jaya. I
would love to see Pellio just become Jaya.
Oh, Pellio's gonna hit on both Jayas.
Wow.
So if
Is there
Pellio
a cheat mode
becomes
for
Jaya,
that?
Yes.
will that confuse Jaya?